And hello there everyone, it's King Hedgehog here and welcome back to InfraSpace. It's the second episode here in the public alpha 5.8. In the last episode we started building our city. We added some extra habitats here. Hopefully they're going to upgrade soon. And we also increased our food production as well as the oxygen production from the atmosphere processor or air processor, whichever one of the two names that we're going to go by now. All right, so I did see yesterday as well quite a few other content creators playing the same game, which was actually fairly nice to see how they built their cities. And I've seen them start from really small, like we do here now, just to get the basic resources up to straight away actually building really big. Get 4 or 5 habitats up and running, get 4 or 5 farms up and running, multiple air processors, start building a lot of sulfur mines, just to make sure that we can expand the city as fast as possible. Now, our main choke point at the moment also is our inhabitants, because we've got 48 jobs. We only have 42 people living in our city. We are heavily researching. We're working on steel production because we only have 43 steel beams left, which means we do need to get the steel mill up and running as fast as possible. Now let's have a look here. There is 3 people living here, but there's a new bus coming in, so that should be, there we go, 4 inhabitants. Perfect. So slowly we're getting extra people coming in, which is good. We need an additional 5. Once we have all 5 of them, we should be more than happy, and we should be able to further expand. Now we've got space for 49. After that, this one's going to upgrade, so then we get an additional 2, I think. So then we have space for 51. So we can still build a couple of extra buildings and make sure that everything then runs at 100% efficiency. Alright, so the steel mill has been researched. I think the next one we were gonna go for is going to be the microchips, and we were waiting for sufficient concrete to build ourselves a park, which is one of the 2 things that we need before they're going to level up, because we need park points as well as computers. Now the problem is with oxygen, we do not have enough oxygen for everybody. This one is fully, but these 2 are not. How are we looking here? So they have nothing in storage. I think we need to build ourselves an additional air processor. So let's have a look here for life support atmosphere processor. Can we chuck you right here in there? You fit and you fit. All right, so now we've got 54. But let's start prioritizing these ones for the workers, so we can make sure that we have enough of all the oxygen. All right, perfect. Look at that. So this one is now habitat upgraded, 51 exactly, and 54 jobs, which means we're still 3 people short. We might need an additional habitat there, but let's have a look first how we're doing here. Are you actually working? Outgoing storage full. No, because the road is exactly here. Okay, so that is a bad thing. Let's go into, is it life support? It is life support. Let's build ourselves another farm, and we'll do it a little bit further away from the road, because the problem is if it is too close to the road, it doesn't connect, and if it doesn't connect, then they will produce, but it doesn't get delivered. That is why we do need to keep an eye on what is in storage. Now this one is delivering, that one is delivering, so this is absolutely fine. Oh, now you decided that we can deliver again. I'm still going to remove it though. Here. Just to be on the safe side, now we can add the additional farm again. Let's actually move you there, and let's put another one right next to it. So on one side we've got all the farms. Then I can remove this one once we are looking good here. Let's see that there is nothing in storage, and then we will just bulldoze this one as well. Alright. Let's just remove it. I know there's a little bit in there for production, but that is fine. Alright, so now we should be able to get all the food up and oxygen up as well. How are we looking here? You are looking good. You have quite a bit in order, but you have nothing in storage, which is good. How are we looking on this side? Also fine. Perfect. Fine and dandy, as they say. Alright, now we did select a new research, which is well on the way already for the microchips. I have to stop closing it with escape because that just opens the menu. How are we looking here? All right, so we have 19 iron ore in storage. Nothing has been ordered. That's okay. How are we looking on this side? The copper, 20 copper ore. Nothing has been ordered. How are you looking though? All right, so we've got 20 electronics. The outgoing storage here is full, so we really need to start getting the next level here, which means we need to get the microchips up and running. And aluminum mining is probably going to be the next thing that we're going to need to research for science 2, or are we going to go for computers first? Oh well, let's have a look. No escape, just click on there. Exactly. All right, so we did want to build ourselves the park, but that's also going to add more to the jobs. There is space for one more person. We don't have any park points yet. Oxygen is now full on all of them, which is good, so we can build ourselves an additional basic habitat. Are you going to fit there? I don't think so. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be removing these roads. All of them, so we make that a nice circle. I wanted to put the park in the middle, but I don't think that we can. Let's go for miscellaneous. No, it's not in there. Services. Yeah, park is right there. Look at the size of it. I mean, it is way too big to put anywhere else but here. And that's going to up it to 61 jobs. Wow. All right, so now let's get ourselves another couple of habitats built. I mean, we've got 4 processors, we've got 4 farms. We should be okay. All of those are directly well on the way to deliver everything here, which is good. So now we have space for 61. We've got 61 jobs. So once that is full, we get an additional 2 habitants, and that actually means that we have more people living in our city than we have jobs for, which is good because soon we're going to have to build ourselves that microchip factory as well. And to get the microchip factory, obviously we need another probably 3 or 4 workers. All right, but first things first, we can do it now. So let's actually build it, this steel mill. And we will add that right about there. Now you need 3 workers. There we go. So we got 64 jobs, which means that even the 2 additional people that are going to come in here eventually are going to need well, already have a job before we finish. All right, so let's get you right about here. There. All right, now let's keep an eye on it that we have enough survival food and oxygen for all of them, and otherwise we do need to build a couple more processors. But this is only 3 and 3, so from the 10 people we basically get 4 inhabitants who can do something else, can have a different job. All right, that gives us space for 71. How are we looking here? We're well on the way with our park points. Very good. And the park points need to be delivered. How are they getting delivered? What kind of truck do we have? I think also green. Or is it not? Are we just collecting park points? Habitat upgrading in 45 seconds. Look at that. There's only 2 people living there, but they are happy, so that gets automatically upgraded. These ones are receiving all the food that they need. Here we have the extra inhabitants coming in. Perfect. So the city is growing well. Not too happy about the road system out here, but that is what it is. I'm not going to be making any changes to it. This is going to be our initial habitat, so to say. Eventually we will probably remove this and just make this all industrial, and we'll build ourselves a new and proper city, which looks a little bit more streamlined than what all this is at the moment. Now, the other thing that we need to keep in mind that we keep our food production basically all on this line. So here we have the basic survival food, and whenever we get to the next levels, we need to see where do we have them. Life support. So we're going to get fertilizer factories, then the veggie farms, then the meat labs, and then the mill factory. And we need to put the buildings in exactly that order so the trucks can literally go in like that to keep it as efficient as we can. Alright, we have unlocked the microchip factory. Let's go next for computers so we can get our inhabitants upgraded to level 3, although we still have motors as well as aluminum mining and science 2 to research before we can actually continue the upgrading. Yeah, those guys are very happily making all the U-turns, but oxygen and survival food is full. as well as here, and here oxygen is a little bit lacking, but it might actually be right on the way here. Yes, continue driving, perfect. All right, so as long as all the oxygens and survival foods are full, I am more than happy with that. We have more habitants coming in, 6 out of 12 already living in here. People are still moving in here. We need a little bit more oxygen here. Once that is full, also this one will upgrade, and then we are more than fine. We have space for 73. There's 59 living in our city right now. So maybe we should get ourselves another one of these. Spaceport. I wanted to put the other one still there, but it would be nice if I could move stuff around. All right, where do you connect to? Probably to the small road here, isn't it? Yes, you do. But that does mean that we can have double the amount of people coming in. Now, concrete factories are doing a good job. Let's have a look if there's actually any trucks making it through here, or if the farm is going to be in the way, then we might actually need to move it. Because so far no pink buses coming out. There we go. Can it go through? Yeah, it just clips through the buildings. That is fine. I would like to get in the future updates the option to connect the roads myself, so I get to decide where and how they connect, because I would have connected it to here. And I know the pathway is a little bit longer, but it would just make more sense than driving through a factory. But all right, our city is nearly at max efficiency, 63 inhabitants, 64 jobs, which means we can start to look to grow again. Have a look in here. Iron ore and carbon. We have more than enough carbon. We have more than enough iron ore. How are you looking? You are having only one in storage. So I think it is time that we add ourselves an additional iron mine. Let's get you right about there. So you are connected there. That's another couple of jobs, which is good. We are running on good efficiencies right there. So there's no issues there. And then at least we get a little bit more iron ore coming in. Now there's more than enough steel. Now I'm wondering though what the storage house does. Is that just for the steel and the concrete? Because that is pretty much all I see going in here. It would be nice though to have that expanded so we can also store everything else in there. Let's have a quick peek where you are going, because I think you're just gonna go to the steel factory straight, right? Passing by all there, making a left turn. That's pretty much the only left turn I've ever seen you make, and straight into the steel factory. All right. Well, that's good. That's good. Okay, so habitat upgraded. Look at that. Beautiful. 6 out of 12 people living there already. This one is full. That one is 10 out of 12, so there's a little bit space there. We have some park points in there, not in here yet. This one is nearly full. Okay, so all of these are doing really well. This one is already receiving. This one is still waiting for his park points. But that's okay. How are we looking for computers? We are halfway done researching them. We already have the people to start working in the next factory, which is good. Now let's have a look though. Is there anything else that we need to build? Eventually stadiums, schools, roads. That might actually be it. I was just thinking about here. Those are the park points, I think. I mean, that would make most sense, at least to me. So then here, either that's going to be robotics, or no. There we go. Now my brain made click. So here we have science 2. These are the science 1 packs. These are the science 2 packs, which we need both of those. There we go. And here we have to do science 3. So we get 1, 2, and 3 science packs. Absolutely. And here we have science 4, but there's nothing behind that yet for future development. All right. So yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Science pack 1 factory. Yep. And that's the research lab. All right. So then the next thing we're going to have to research after the computers. Let's get ourselves aluminum mining. We're going to need the aluminum probably for science 2. Well, we need to unlock it before we can unlock science 2, but probably the science 2 packs will be taking aluminum to be making it. All right, but that's good. We're making progress. I like that. And we're slowly starting to understand. Now, here we have aluminum. I do wonder though if the resources will eventually run out. There's no animations on there yet, which I hope there will be soon. Okay, so he comes out, drives there, makes a U-turn, sure. Making a left turn whenever they come out of a factory is something that these truck drivers are not familiar with yet, or they just don't know that they can cross the road before they turn, but U-turns they're pretty good at. Alright. So, with our city now very well developing, everybody has enough oxygen, everybody has enough food, which is beautiful. Do we have additional in storage? There's nothing in storage here. There's a couple food in storage. There's nothing in storage there. You have plenty of oxygen in storage. So oxygen wise, we can absolutely build ourselves another habitat, which let's get that done. There. And there. Perfect. So we've got two more habitats coming up. We have 95 people that we can house already. And that's going to go up to 99 once these habitats upgrade as well. And look at that. All the food and all the oxygen delivered straight away. So that should fill up nicely, relatively fast. Oxygen, one more oxygen. There you go. Inhabitants are okay because they get to breathe. Now, there we go to get some food as well. Look at that. All right, computers. We have unlocked computers and can now build a computer factory. Beautiful. Let's get aluminum mining as our next research. And let's get ourselves that next factory built. Now we're going to continue on our factory road here. And I think we're going to just expand it a little bit with a 2-lane road. Just like we had until now. Just until there. And then we will just take the default road as well. Going in that direction. Okay, I don't know why it starts off with that curve, but sure thing. Let's go for production computer factory. Oh, that clips in, so we need to do it on this side. But that is fine by me. Alright, so we need aluminum, microchips, and electronics to make computers. Electronics we have. Microchips, I think we have. Did we not build a microchip factory? We did not. Alright. I think it is refinement. No, that is the microchip factory. Good morning. No, that is a computer factory. It needs microchips. It is a computer factory. All right. So let's first get you. You look the same though. Didn't want to do that, but I'll build you right there. Yeah. So on top, I can see the difference now. Perfect. And we can see the top. On the top, we can see all of it. That's actually pretty smart. All right. So you need sand, which is okay. We have enough of that. You need electronics, which we also have enough of. You need the microchips and you need aluminum. Alright, so it is time to put ourselves down our first aluminum mine, which we cannot because we didn't research it yet. Alright, so technically this one should have been locked behind these both. But aluminum mining is 5 out of 15 done already. So you're going to have to wait a little bit. What we can do though in the meanwhile is already set up our road going there. Highway is so expensive though. Right, 3-lane road or 2-lane road? Let's take the 3-lane road. There, and then we're just waiting for more concrete. From here we can just take a default road. I'm making it a bigger road. I don't know why. Probably because I'm expecting to have to expand further. And then at least we've got the main road. Or I might actually eventually just upgrade all of that for highway. Which I'm pretty tempted to do anyways, to just replace them. Now, can I replace the existing roads? I cannot. Alright. So I'm going to need to remove it, replace it with. But for that we need a lot more concrete. And we are lacking sand, sand, and sand. All right, so let's go into mines. Let's get another couple of sand mines going. I mean, we've got the people for it, so it might as well get them to work. There we go, 81 jobs, 85 people to do the job. And all these have already been upgraded. Look at that, people are still moving in. But we have space for 99 people. Are you full? You are full, as are you. Habitat is full, fulfill bottom requirements to upgrade. Absolutely looking at it, but we first need aluminum mining, and we need 4 more science points for that. And then once we start working on getting the computers, we can actually research motors and eventually science. Now, I do wonder though, motor factory, car factory still, I think it is still locked. Is it still there? Does it exist already? I don't think so. Motor factory is there, but a car factory not yet. Nope, not yet, but that is okay. Baby steps, baby steps. It's still in alpha, and I honestly have to say this alpha, this game looks more complete than nearly released games I've played. It is very extensive already. It's been very well developed. A lot of the mechanics are working, and of course it's an alpha, so there's always going to be bugs. There's quite a bit of rubber banding with the roads, and some people like the automation of curving on the roads. I personally do not like it. I would like that to be an option to switch on and off. But all in all, we're doing relatively well. I don't know how the city will do and how the game will do once it grows really, really big. But hey, for now, it seems to work. Alright, aluminum mining has been researched, which is beautiful. Let's go for science 2. I'm going to skip out on the motors for now, because there's nothing behind it. There's no car factories yet in the game, so I'm not going to be wasting my research on that. Let's get the last bit of road out there. Let's just take the default road, and we will just bring you right up here, a little bit that way, and then from here a little bit that way. There you go. Now hopefully I can just chuck a mine on that. Aluminum mine 1 and 2. Beautiful. Okay, so you guys are there. We've got 89 jobs, 95 people in the city, so we are looking good. How are we looking with our sand and concrete production? We are looking good there. 10 ordered, only 1 in storage. Alright, so it looks like we can do with a little bit more sand. So let's get another 2 of these ones going. There we go. 96 people, 95 jobs, but at least our concrete factory seems to be running well. We do need a lot of sand, so let's get that sand ready to go and flow. Now, I am thinking about making basically a production lane, so we have the sulfur mines, the roads going through, sulfur, 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 then the sand mines, and then the concrete factories behind it and the storage at the end, which would make the most sense. But then again, you know, we're still learning the game, how it works, and we'll just keep all of that in mind for when we're starting off with a new world. Or maybe we're going to build another one. We might build another concrete factory lane right about here. So we have the sulfur right here, and then we can take up the sand here, concrete factory, and then the storage all the way at the end. Alright, so how are we looking? Are we producing aluminum? We are. Beautiful. Did you receive aluminum? Yes, you did. So you are actually 49 computers have been ordered, 0 already, but they're working on it. 2 electronics, 1 microchip, and 1 aluminum makes 2 computers, which is great. There, look at that. And they are off. They also in the pink trucks? Well, they're in the purple trucks. Alright, so the color of the building is the color of the truck that goes out. I like it though. I really do. Alright, now my concrete starts to be produced. Let's get ourselves the first highway. It is expensive though. Let's see how expensive. So this one we could make. Alright, now they're going to cry for a moment. There. There. All right, let's do the next bit here. From there to there. Just because it's going to speed up. Yeah, and we really need to turn this into a highway as well. It's taking too long to get stuff delivered. At least I hope that the highways are actually working faster. How are you looking here? Your outgoing storage is full, so we are producing more copper than what we actually need. Are you still in priority? No, you're not. Okay, that's okay. Then we're all looking good. All right, how are we looking here? The first computers have been delivered here, as well as here. As well as here or not? No, not. But here, yes. There as well. So slowly computers are starting to get delivered, which is great. How are we looking here? All right, so we have quite a bit of stuff in storage. It's just that they cannot manage the production. All right, what that means is that we're going to be building ourselves another computer factory. Right there. Look at that. 99 jobs, 99 people, max city capacity 99. So we are at 100% efficiency, which also means I need to check. Are we still having stuff in storage? Not too much, actually. Are we here? This one we still have. All right, so I think we can afford to have another basic habitat set right about here. And can we fit another one in here? I don't think so. And this is just going to be too far, or well, it's kind of going through there, but sure. All right, so that's a little bit maximized of what we can get done. All the oxygen coming out, all the food coming out, but that is good. We have space for 119 now, which is amazing. I really cannot wait also for the assets here, that this actually starts turning and that there's going to be more and more movement in the game. As well as here that the drills are actually drilling and that there's dust coming out. And I have very, very high expectations because what I've seen already from Founders Fortune, these devs are really on the ball when it comes to stuff like that. They're really looking to make a functional but also a nice game to look at. And even though it really has that tiny bit of cartoony feel to the graphics, it does look absolutely amazing. And let's be really honest, for an Alpha 5, for a game which we can already so actively play and develop into, with all the research being linked behind the right items, this is way beyond what I expected when we initially got access to the Alpha. Already the previous Alpha, Alpha 2 that was, it was very, very playable. So I have real high expectations. If this is the very first, so to say, public alpha that they're pushing out, I am really, really curious to see as to where they're going to take it. All right, we have unlocked science too. We can now build the Science Pack 2 factory, which is great, but we are lacking electronics. You are the electronics factory, you are. I think that we need to put another one there. Let's get another electronics factory right next door to it, which is good because we have 102 people, 103 jobs, so you're not at 100% efficiency, but that is okay. We need iron ore and copper ore. How are we looking here? There's only one in storage and there's none in storage here, so let's get ourselves an additional iron mine up and running as well. There you go. Look at that. So at least we are steadily growing and also getting everything that we need for our city. I mean, look at that. It looks amazing. It really does. I'm very, very much impressed. All right. So with the city growing, with computers unlocked now, yeah, so we basically need to stop that. We basically need to build ourselves the Science Pack 2 factory now, which is going to be in science, obviously. Good morning. 30 concrete, 45 steel. We've got both of those. So you go down there. What do you need? Electronics, aluminum, and Science Pack 1. Ooh. All right. All right. which means I'm going to need another one of these. I might need to completely redesign our science pack factories. All right, let's get a default road right in between here. There, so you can connect directly here. No, don't do that to me. Stop that. All right, we try this again. Roads. Default road. All right. Then we will bulldoze you. There, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Do I have enough for a highway here? No, I do not. All right, we'll make that highway. We'll connect the default road here as well. And then we'll just slim this down. Yeah. Right, so we have a little bit of highway already. All right, but that's going to go a lot faster. All right, you need electronics as well. We have 2 electronics factories now. They're right down here. What are you waiting for? Copper, iron ore. All right, so you are just producing away. So are you. There is a lot of electronics that are needed. How are we looking with our copper factory? Yeah, we're definitely going to need more copper factories. Well, copper mines, not factories. Let's get ourselves a default road. And let's actually bulldoze this one for now. And going to have to take this out and that out. Wow. Okay, so that is fairly expensive to get this all to work. And now I don't have the concrete for it. .4 concrete. Come, we can do it. There. Okay, so all of that has now been connected. Now we can have a look at that. We get the rest of the copper mines out. And I don't have the concrete for it. Well, we have a couple of concrete factories, so we are looking fairly good there. All right, how are we looking now? We can even see the amount of citizens we have in each level. Nice. Your city will be promoted once at least 60% of your citizens have a level 3 standard of living. Alright. That's okay though. Alright, can we now make ourselves an additional copper mine? Yes, we can. Alright, look at that. So, I now have 122 jobs, 121 space for upgrading soon. That is good. Nobody has a level 3 standard of living yet. Why not? Because they're all waiting for the computers. We are waiting for computers, just like in real life. We're all waiting for the computers and the parts and it's probably the GPUs. All of them are waiting for the 3080 Ti's to come out, or the 3080 Supers. And they also have the same problem, that it's going to be those bloody bots who purchase everything that comes online, so they're just waiting for the right parts to come in. Alright, park points, we are doing good. Park points, we are doing good. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Alright, so we need more electronics. More electronics. I think we're going to put down, since we're pretty good at them, well, nothing. I was going to say nothing because we don't have the concrete for it, but now we do. Alright, so iron ore, how are we looking here? Nothing in storage, nothing in storage, so that is all the way on the... all the time on the way. Let's get ourselves an additional iron mine there as well. I know that we have more jobs than we have people in our city at the moment, nor have space, so we might need to start building more habitats on the outer ring. How are we looking oxygen wise though? Here we're fine. Everybody has sufficient food and oxygen. Just making sure. Yes, we are. Beautiful. Alright, then let's get ourselves the first habitats on the outer circle. Once we have enough concrete. There we go. All right, so we are waiting for your oxygen and food and everything else to come in. And then we have sufficient space. Perfect. Okay, guys, now with that in progress, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, please do remember to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys right back here for more InfraSpace episode number 3.